Recession Rx, your prescription for getting through these tough times.
Hi, I'm Cathy Hanson, and it's good to be back here on Vegas PBS with our latest series, Recession Rx. Over the next 13 weeks, we'll look at the financial challenges we're all facing with our homes, our health, at work, with our money, and most importantly, how it affects our lives and our families. We all know Las Vegas is the foreclosure capital of the nation. In our upcoming segments, we'll see how foreclosures are affecting all neighborhoods, multi-million-dollar homes in Seven Hills to gated communities, as well as homes that are left in poor conditions. What do these foreclosures mean to us as a community? Who's walking away from their homes and why? These are the questions we'll be asking on Recession Rx. Because it's our job to cut through the clutter and to connect you with the resources you can trust. First up, the latest government page on housing help. It has the information you need on whether you qualify for some of the new housing plans.
Right now, millions of Americans are having a difficult time making their mortgage payments.
I've never been let go from a job. I've always had a great job. And to be basically told you're not worth anything anymore, goodbye, hurt. I'm just worried for one day a sheriff's going to show up at the door and say, you've got 24 hours, get out.
Too many people go into foreclosure without ever talking to their lender or a housing counselor.
The top 3 reasons I'm not picking up the phone to call the bank, to tell them why I'm behind and what my plan is because I don't have a good plan.
Having a plan is always important, so here's where Recession Rx is going to help you out. On our website, we have a foreclosure workbook. Joining me now is Michele Johnson, one of the groups that helped put this book together. What do I get out of this book? What do I use it for?
The person using this book will get a roadmap. They'll know what they need to do, what they should consider, what direction they may want to go for anybody who owns a home.
So it walks me through the process of, should I modify a loan? Should I not modify a loan?
Yeah, it's really directed at the consumer. They may not necessarily be delinquent on their mortgage, but the mortgage might be ready to adjust. They know that they're going to have difficulty in making the payment, and it talks about options. It talks about what a loan modification is, the advantages, the disadvantages, how to talk to your lender, how to document when you talk to your lender.
Why is that important?
So often we see consumers that come in and they have been working directly with their lender for months and have accomplished nothing, and they don't know who they talked with, when they talked with them, what they were told. So it's really valuable if they come in to talk with a housing counselor to know what has happened so far. If we can get back to the same person, perhaps that file really is there and we can pick up where the consumer left off rather than starting over. You should always know, whenever you're dealing with money, regardless of what it is you're dealing with, who you talked with, what was said, when you talked with them. It doesn't hurt to even put the time, not just the date.
What's the value of the housing counselor? Are they free? Do they cost money?
HUD does have and provides for housing counselors. Yes, it is totally free to the consumer. So any consumer that has any housing questions at all should look for a HUD-approved housing counseling agency. They can find them on the HUD website.
We're going to have a link off of our website. So
great. It's one more way that a consumer can get some good, unbiased information that they know is legitimate and from someone who has no vested interest in what the outcome is.
I noticed in here it talks about keeping your home. It says, know your options. Keeping your home or not keeping your home. Is that advocating foreclosure?
No, it isn't. It's advocating for a consumer to be informed about what their decision is. Unfortunately, many consumers purchased homes that they shouldn't have purchased. The cost is simply too high to fit within their budget. And there's a right way to go through foreclosure and a wrong way to go through foreclosure. So if that is the decision that a consumer makes, or that the decision that they come to after assistance from a housing counselor, then knowing what a foreclosure is, the time limit that they have in order to make it happen, the repercussions of it.
What it does to your credit?
Exactly. That's the type of information that's contained within the workbook.
Can I ask your group, Consumer Credit Counseling Services, what can we find there if I'm a consumer and I need help? What do you provide?
We have a variety of services. on the housing end of things, as a HUD-approved housing counseling agency, we provide pre-purchase education. We do down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. For those that are facing foreclosure challenges or housing challenges, we do default delinquency, loss mitigation counseling. Seniors that are looking for a reverse mortgage product, we provide that counseling. Free tax preparation, financial counseling, even if you're not in trouble and just want to budget. So we provide services that will help a consumer meet all their basic financial needs.
Okay. So I guess forewarned is forearmed, as they say.
Absolutely.
All right, and I should mention, putting together this booklet was a group of nonprofits, state, and private industry, correct?
It was a collaborative effort, absolutely.
All right, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. And if you want more information on Consumer Credit Counseling Service and the services they provide, check out this number on the screen. For most emergencies, we simply pick up the phone and call 911. But for help in a financial emergency, there's another phone number to call, and it's just as easy to remember, 211. Jay Jones reports.
Do you currently have any income coming into the household right now?
In a nondescript office building on East Flamingo, the operators of Nevada 211 answer the phones, providing referrals to callers in need of social service assistance.
It's actually on College Drive. It's 700 College Drive, room 122.
Nevada 211 has been a vital resource for several years. But until recently, most of the callers were people already initiated into what might be called the welfare system. That is no longer the case.
Okay. And that's for rental assistance, right? Okay.
These days, the operators are dealing in ever-increasing numbers with what they call newbies, people who are down on their luck for the first time in their lives.
It's the first-time individuals that are needing services. They do not know where to go. They've never been in this position. And those are the individuals that we're receiving a lot of calls. How do I feed my family? How do I pay my power bill? I'm going to be evicted from my apartment. I rented a house, didn't know that it was being foreclosed on. Those types of calls.
And what zip code are you in, Frederick?
And say, I need to know how I can stop my home from being foreclosed on. So then when the operator is talking and she's getting more information, oh, you just lost your job? And so then she finds out they lost their job, their home is
foreclosure. So there's a whole bunch of issues now. It's not just what the first call came in, but this person doesn't know how to ask.
Stanfill says that all too often first-time callers are in tears, terrified and not knowing where to turn. That can be overwhelming on both ends of the line.
So they don't take it so personally, because that's kind of how they were feeling. Oh my gosh, I wish I could give them another service. And so we're hoping that they will learn some coping skills so they don't get so emotional about it.
Counselors have been brought in for emotional support, but more importantly to teach the call takers how to cope with the difficult and growing volume of calls, now at around 5,000 a month.
Okay, thank you, bye-bye.
Jay Jones, Recession Rx.